Welcome to this episode of the story. Have you subscribed yet? Chapter 167, Breaking Through Desperation and the Opportunity of Inheritance. Light was suddenly swallowed by the heavens and earth. The dunes, whose outlines were visible just a moment ago, vanished instantly into the churning yellow mist. That sky-obscuring sandstorm, like a ferocious beast breaking free from its chains, surged forward from the horizon with the momentum to destroy everything in its path. The howling wind screamed in their ears, now shrill as a ghost wail, now deep as a drum roll. The swirling sand, accelerated to its limit, shot forth like poison darts. Sumu felt a sharp pain as a gravel chip grazed the back of his hand, leaving a bloodstain. The burning sting mixed with the scalding heat of the sandstorm made him squint involuntarily. Spiritual energy shield. Sumu barked, crossing his palms in front of his chest to form a seal. A pale cyan aura rippled from his body, like gossamer, forming a translucent barrier around him. Sand particles pelted the shield with a dense crackle, like a downpour hitting window panes, each impact making the barrier quiver. Glancing sideways, he saw his teammates had also raised their own spiritual shields, though their expressions betrayed unspoken gravity against such power. Individual strength seemed. Stay steady, don't scatter. Sumu's voice cut through the wind, vibrating with spiritual energy to reach every ear. This is an illusion. The more panicked we are, the easier it will exploit our weaknesses. Focus, there must be a flaw in this sandstorm. He knew well that every crisis since entering this desert buried ruin for the mark of illusion. The sand beast, formed from flowing sand, had been shattered by teammate C's ice magic, proving the illusion's foundations were not unshakable. Now wind-driven sand hammered the shields with increasing fury, like countless fists pounding from outside, eager to tear this fragile protection to shreds. Teammate A gritted his teeth, adjusting his spiritual output. Sweat beads on his forehead evaporated instantly in the scorching wind. Sumu, the storm's getting stronger. The shield won't hold much longer. No sooner had he spoken than a current carrying a fist-sized stone slammed into his shield. He grunted, a trickle of blood seeping from the corner of his mouth. Teammate B ducked to avoid a wind blade slicing from the side, then looked up suddenly as a thought struck. Wait. I remember when C used ice magic on that sand beast earlier. It slowed down, even destabilized. This sandstorm's made of the same. Could it fear ice too? Sumu's heart skipped a beat. How had he missed that? The sand fragments left when the beast dissolved carried the same aura as the storm's grit. He turned immediately to teammate C, who gripped an ice crystal staff. C, unleash your ice magic with everything you've got, hold nothing back. Try to freeze the storm's core. Teammate C took a deep breath, slamming his staff into the ground. The ice gem embedded in its tip flared suddenly, light snaking up his arm to form an ice crystal mark between his brows. Profound ice-piercing illusion. He, swinging the staff. A tide of ice-blue spiritual energy surged forth into countless sharp icicles amid the gale. In an instant, innumerable ice shards shot like arrows toward the storm center. Their blue light tore cracks through the yellow tempest. Where they touched sand, cold erupted, freezing swaths of into grayish-white lumps that crumbled to the ground. The storm's advance slowed noticeably, even creating a temporary blank zone sealed off by ice. It's working. Teammate A's spirits lifted, slicing a flying stone with his sword. Push harder. But hope flickered only briefly. The frozen sand chunks soon shattered in fiercer winds, reduced to fine ice dust swept away. The sandstorm, as if enraged, let out a deafening roar. Wind speed spiked, making the air thick as mud. Sumu felt the pressure on his shield double instantly, spiritual energy draining twice as fast. His chest felt stuffed with scalding cotton, every breath searingly painful. It's not enough. Teammate C's face turned ashen, his staff dimming. This storm's energy source is far stronger than the sand beast. My ice can only delay it, not suppress it completely. The sandstorm crashed forward again, this time shattering icicles before they could fully form. Sumu watched in horror as teammate B's shield was pulverized by a millstone-sized sand clump. She screamed, lifted by the current, only for teammate A to grab her just in time, saving her from being swallowed by the storm. Despair coiled around their hearts like cold vines. At that moment, a flicker in the corner of Sumu's eye caught his attention in the gaps of churning yellow sand. A faint golden light glimmered. It was barely visible, as if about to extinguish, yet carried a calm aura utterly unlike the storm. He focused intently, channeling his sect's secret, illusion-breaking insight. His vision pierced layers of sand, finally revealing a floating golden grain. No larger than a grain of rice, it shone like a miniature sun, ancient patterns swirling across its surface. Strangest of all, within 3 feet of it, not even the finest sand could approach, creating a zone of absolute stillness. I found it. Sumu's heart jolted. This must be the illusion's core. He recalled ancient texts describing array eyes, key nodes sustaining illusions. Destroy them, and the entire spell collapses. Follow me. He shouted, waving to his teammates as he dropped his shield pointless against such a storm. Better to conserve energy for a final push. There's a golden grain at the center. That's our way out. Bending low, he shot toward the storm's heart like a released arrow. Wind his robes instantly, sand slashing his face like blades, but he fixed his gaze on that golden speck, pouring all his spiritual energy into his legs. Each step left a deep imprint in the sand. His teammates hesitated not a moment. Teammate A hoisted the exhausted teammate C onto his back. Teammate B followed close behind. The 3 supported each other, struggling through the sand. Every step felt like wading through muck, the ground shifting between iron hardness and cotton softness, as if countless hands tugged at their ankles. Sumu's lungs felt ready to burst, throat filled with the taste of blood, yet he dared not pause. The storm's roar drew closer by the second. A dozen feet from the golden grain, an invisible repulsion hit him, like slamming into a transparent wall. Sumu grunted, driving forward with his momentum, forcing a crack in the barrier. He stretched out his hand, fingertips finally brushing the golden grain. In that instant, an indescribable power surged into him. Warm as spring sunlight, vast as a roaring river, it banished the burning pain of sandstorms in an instant. His depleted spiritual energy, like parched fields kissed by rain, swelled visibly. At the same time, the sandstorm seemed to lose its soul. Its roar faded rapidly. Churning lost its ferocity, retreating like a tide to reveal a clear blue sky. The desert around them shattered like cracked glass, harsh sunlight replaced by a stone vault. Sumu and his team found themselves back in the hall with the stone coffin. Beside the coffin, the softly glowing figure again. This time, its outline grew clearer, a robed elder with a blurred face, but eyes bright as stars, filled with timeless wisdom. 300 years, the elder's voice, like a wind-strummed gukin, carried the weight of ages. Countless have here, only to lose themselves in the sandstorm illusion, finally becoming dust guarding this ruin. You remained calm in despair, using wisdom to find the way out. Such courage and resolve make you worthy of inheritance. Sumu bowed respectfully. Your praise honors us, elder. We were merely fortunate to glimpse the truth. He felt the same gentle yet vast aura from the elder as from the golden grain, a presence inspiring awe. The elder nodded, raising ethereal hands in a slow wave. The ancient stone coffin let out a low hum. Its heavy lid, pushed by spiritual energy, rose slowly to reveal not a corpse, but a mass of condensed golden light, flowing like liquid sunshine within. As the lid fully opened, the golden light erupted, shooting into the vault as a brilliant pillar of spiritual energy. Within it, countless mysterious runes swam like fish. Images of ancient texts turned page after page, revealing glimpses of esoteric techniques and profound formations. The entire hall bathed in this light, warm spiritual energy falling like fine rain to nourish their weary bodies. "This is the core of my clan's legacy, forged with our lifeblood," the elder's voice echoed in the pillar. "It holds supreme methods to temper body and soul, wonders to move mountains and part seas, and secrets to command primal spiritual energy." His gaze swept over them, filled with earnest hope. "The world teeters on chaos. Demons and monsters multiply. My clan has long since faded. We entrust this power to those worthy to guard this realm. Use it well, do not squander the centuries of effort our ancestors poured into it." Su Mu stared at the swirling runes, his heart swelling with indescribable excitement and reverence. The runes seemed alive, flooding his consciousness, unfolding mysterious arts in his mind. He felt a new door to cultivation creaking open before him. His teammates were expressions of awe, clearly sensing the power in this inheritance, a chance to transcend their current limits. The elder's form grew translucent in the light. "The legacy is revealed. Understanding depends on your own efforts. Go now, the road ahead is long." With that, he dissolved into motes of light, merging into the spiritual pillar. Only Su Mu's group and the soaring pillar remained in the hall. Su Mu took a deep breath. Exchanging glances with his teammates, all saw unwavering resolve in each other's eyes. This unexpected inheritance was both a great fortune and a heavy responsibility. How would they draw wisdom from this vast legacy? How would they wield this power against future challenges? Their legend had only just turned a new page. The story continues, and the subsequent episodes will be even more exciting. Subscribe as soon as possible. All novel videos posted on this site are from the website Discover Stories, Ziz. This website will be updated continuously.